Hello, lads and laddies. Today we're going to play with these things called patties. They're an Irish thing that they did with the miners. You'd put the meats or whatever inside the patties, and then the miners would take them in the bottom of the mines with the whatever. I can't do that shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make patties today. You can do them with fruit. You can do them with leftover meats. You can do them with stews. You could easily mix up spaghetti sauce with pepperonis and some cheese and put them inside it and cook it. Basically what it is is a pastry that makes it more portable. Think homemade Hot Pocket. It's the easiest way to explain it. So what we're gonna need today is this beastie right here, my best friend. We're gonna need 6 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 sticks of very cold butter, like refrigerator at least. 2 egg yolks, I got plenty of them, and about 5 to 7 cups of filling. Now, if you look behind me, there's a pot sitting back here. That's got venison with potatoes, with carrots, a little bit of bacon, some spices, and I've been dinking around with it. So we're going to do that. We're going to see if we can get all this stuff together and make them. They are really wonderful. Do yourself a favor. Yes, thank you, Darwin, for coming to visit. Now, I'll also be having to spray down my countertop. Thanks. And we'll go about making these things just too beautiful. We'll see you in a bit. So we are back, and I am proud to say that I've went ahead and had to scrub my countertop. Thanks, Darwin. Now, we're going to get to work on these here patties. I got 6 cups of flour in this here thing, and we also have 2 teaspoons of salt. Now, this is a lot of flour. I mean, we're talking a lot. You're going to have to be a little careful with how you go about letting this bad boy run, because it's going to get ornery. Now, the next thing we got to do is 2 sticks of cold butter. Now, cold butter, I keep it in the fridge. I don't know if they want it any colder than that, but if they do, it's never had a problem with me. So we got 2 sticks of cold butter that I've chopped up into squares. And just dump that bad boy right in there. Next we need 1 cup of cold water. All right, we can do that. We'll get us some cold water. Yeah, I just used tap water. It's cold. And there we have 1 cup of cold water into the mix. And last but not least, 2 egg yolks. If y'all know me at all, I has chickens. So it's guaranteed at any given time, I have probably close to, if not more than 2 dozen eggs at a time. So we got our first egg yolk. Bloop. Save your egg white. We're going to need it. And I don't like being wasteful, so just taking the yolks and leaving the whites to me is quite wasteful. All right, so we got those on there, and that's knocked out. Next thing, let's make this monster work. Now, I'm gonna put it on nice and slow to start with, because like I said, that is a lot of flour. And until you can get that stuff to start to behave, it is not pleasant. I'm over here pushing the stuff down. You know, because the dry stuff always builds up on the sides and it's a pain in the butt. So you're going to let this mix until you get an actual dough out of it. For those that have not done this before, it's like Pillsbury dough or anything else. It's going to take a little while longer because that butter is cold and it's not going to dissolve easily. So it's going to look kind of rough. We'll go ahead and let this thing go, and I'm going to keep pushing this down. And we'll see if we can get a dough to create out of this. If not, I'm going to look pretty stupid. We'll blame the cat. All right, I'm going to go mess with this for a little while. We'll come back when I got actual dough. Be right back. So I've done all the damage that I can do over there. I got to have a new place to play. We're going to put us a little bit of flour out on the table here. And yes, it has been cleaned and decat sanitized. Thanks, Darwin. I'm going to go get some dough. One big, happy, healthy blob of dough. And it's chunked up just like dough is supposed to be. So you got to put a little bit of elbow grease into it. And we're going to smash and press this until it becomes smooth, which is a nice way of saying you're going to push on this damn thing until your shoulders give out. This is a very tough dough. It is not a easy. You got to manhandle it. And the reason being is you want a tough dough because you're going to be making something that you want to be portable, like these patties. So you don't want a light pastry here. You want something with a little bit of thickness behind it so that you can carry this bad boy to work or do whatever with it, which is exactly what I'm doing with these. I make these, put them in Ziploc baggies, toss them in my bag, go to work, pop them in the microwave. Now, they're not crispy and crunchy once you pop them in the microwave, but damn, they're good. So we're going to smash and press on this. We've been doing it now for a little while, and you can see your dough is smoothing up. And all that means is it goes from multiple little chunks into one big blob. We're going to take this one big blob, we're going to put it inside of a bowl, and we're going to put it, the directions say you're supposed to refrigerate it, and yeah, you are, and the purpose of it is to get it to cool and stiffen up a little bit. I was half tempted to take it and just put it in foil and let it sit for a little bit, see if I could get a rise out of it, but that's kind of dumb. I don't want puffy pastry, I want hold together pastry. So as you can see, we've been at this for almost 2 minutes. Yeah, that's gonna fly. All right. So, big humongous blob of dough. We're gonna let this sit and rest for about a half an hour, and then we're gonna come back, we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna start putting them into our patties. All right, see you in a half hour. Okay, we're back again. Now, what I've done with the dough is I broke it up into 8 pieces. And I'm gonna flatten your dough out, almost like a pizza. Okay, you're not going to want this to be overly thin, but you are going to want some thinness to it. If that makes any damn sense whatsoever. So I'll go ahead and smash these out because this is taking a while. Smash them out and then I'll show you what we do with them after that. See you in a bit. Alright, so this is the last part of our little mission here. As you can see, I've got that dough laid out and spread out in a nice circle. I'm going to take me a little scoop of what I'm going to use, which is going to be my venison stew. And put it right there in the middle. Now the reason why I'm not showing my face on this one is because I got something that I got to show you how to do here that involves the hands, and it's how to seal these. Now, I'm going to try and show you as best I can from this angle. What you're going to do is you press down with your thumb, and that little piece that's sticking up, you fold it over and push it back down with your thumb really hard. And you're going to keep this thing together. Grab the next piece, push it down. Next piece, push it down. Continue with that until you get all the way around your thing. This is the equivalent of using the fork trick if you're making a pie. And you're going to want to press this down. This originally was used that the miners would hold on to these and eat the food, and the very last little piece of crust they throw on the ground because, you know, they're covered in coal and whatnot. So you just keep pressing it all the way down. Going all the way around this bad boy. Until you've completely circled it. And then the last little piece you fold back on itself. As you can see, this is what you're looking at with the way it's supposed to look. Now, I'll be back in a bit once I get the rest of these made. And we've gone ahead and we've finished up our pies. We got them all set up there nice and pretty like. Remember those egg whites I told you to hang on to? Yeah, you should have hung on to them. Got to crack another egg. Put it in with the other egg whites. Need a fork. Let's whisk that together real quick. Now we got to set the oven at 450. And give me just a moment. All right. Book says 450, 20 minutes at 445. So close enough, 450, 445. Now what we're going to do is, let me get a hold of this for me. Hang on one second. What we're going to do is brush on there, and then we're going to brush it onto the pasties. You're going to want a pretty liberal coating of it on there because that's what gives it its beautiful brownish color once it's all finished. So we'll coat them real nice. They ain't got to be gorgeous, but you do want them fully coated. And that's what's going to bring out the golden color in them when they're finished. So we're going to go through and we're going to do this with every one of them. Make sure to cover the entire thing. I got these on parchment paper because I'm not in the mood to wash another thing. I mean, I still got to wash it, but you know what I mean. I ain't got to scrape nothing. So we're going to come across these real quick. Put them in the oven, 45 minutes. Or I'm sorry, 445 for 20 minutes. And then we'll get back and we'll see what the end result is. Be right back. And now we have the final product. Don't look too shabby. I just had them out a few minutes ago, but I had other things going on. So we take here and you can, when they're cool, you literally just pick them up and you would eat them just like almost like a burger. Let's take a split down the middle of this bad boy. Okay. And this is what we're looking at. It's firm. Of course, I like my carrots, but it's like a sausage. Got all the yummies in there and none of the goo sticking out. And the best part is this. It'll work. Not too shabby. Another success. Y'all have a good one and be safe out there.